You know, we all have choices. Every one of us. Every day we have choices. And my choice, every single day, is to build CentrePort. But sometimes, I have to find myself gearing up, getting myself excited about it. Why? Because the constant negativity all around me. The constant people that say they're going to be your friends, and they're not your friends. And we all have to deal with that. But every day, I have to talk to myself. And I'm talking to many of you out there, whether you allow me to converse with you or not. So Conversationals is a place, just my space, my place to go, where I'm allowed to talk to people that don't even want to talk to me, that basically have cut off communication. It's kind of my space. It's a confessional. It's a confessional. That's why I'm like the two O's or the two O's or zeros. It's like big I. You know, sometimes it surprises me. It both surprises me when someone's good, and it surprises me when someone's bad and evil and hateful. I might get frustrated. I might be passionate and excited about things. But I can truly tell you, I am not hateful towards... I mean, I hate crime. Yes, I hate crime, and I hate when people do crimes. And that's as far as I'm going to say about that. But the point is this. You know, a lot of people ask me, why do I do what I do, or what is it that I'm doing? And the place for Conversationals is just my place to confess what I'm feeling, because I am so weary and tired. You know, every day, people are committing suicide, people are committing crimes, people are occupying Wall Street, getting dragged away from, and not that those are all, you know, some are better options than others, but I choose every day to occupy CentrePort. And I ask people every day of my life, please, I ask my family, I ask my friends to occupy CentrePort all the time. Why? Let's go back and tell a reason why. Why? And a lot of times I do this all day long. I'm talking to myself because no one else is listening. And you know, does anyone realize that a girl tweeted 144 times before committing suicide? 144 times. 144 times she tweeted before she committed suicide. You know, okay, I'm going to calm down, but at the same time, let me explain why I'm so passionate about this. I'm here today because in the year 2000, a lot of people ask me, what happened in the year 2000? I keep referring to the year 2000. Well, in the year 2000, I made a wrong choice. Luckily, according to some, luckily I'm here. Some days I feel good, I'm lucky I'm here. Some days I don't, to be honest with you. And anyway, this is what happened. And I just want to finally come clean of why I'm so passionate about building CentrePort. I'm so passionate about building CentrePort because, quite frankly, there's nowhere people can go for help. That's how I feel. Maybe that's not how everybody else feels, but that's how I feel. And I'm tired that there's no ethics, there's no code of ethics that people live by anymore. And so I want a place where we're held by some kind of standard. I mean, every day crimes are committed in the United States, but all the time people are going to jail for crimes they don't commit, and the guilty go free all the time. You see it all the time. I can't control the whole world. I can't even control my own life sometimes. But at the same time, there are options every single day that we can do. And I choose to do CentrePort. But sometimes I didn't know what to do. I started on my journey, and because of accusations of things I never did, and because of abuse by people, like the time in South Carolina, when I was in Greenville, South Carolina, that was kind of the end and the beginning at the same time. I had come to the grips. I had just come to the end of my life. I'm like, this is it. So, and I was treated so harshly by so many people. And I could tell you story after story after story. From family to friends to just, basically I was convinced this world would be better without me. So what I did, and I'm just telling you, I'm confessing what I did. This is a confession. And you know, it bothers me when I watch people, they're crying about people that commit suicide. And I appreciate that. That's good to cry, you know, and feel sorry. But at the same time, what happens if they live through it? Would you be with them after that? And I would say probably not in my experience, because my experience is I did try to commit suicide. So much so, and it's sad to say, because some people said I do it for attention. Oh, come on. You don't take, I checked myself in a hotel once, and I decided, okay, this is it. This is it. So, and by the way, what happened, and someday I'll tell you the story of what led up to this, but I won't talk about the details of why I did this. But I will tell you that it was the same time of year, 12 years ago, and I remember pleading that I be a part of some people's life, and I won't tell who, during the Christmas holidays. I was having such a hard time. And basically said, you're an adult, you can be on your own, you know. I was, 12 years ago. I'm 39 now, so you do the math. So, and other places said, you know what, I don't think this is the right place for you. So anyway, conclusion was, you know what, if no one wants me around, why am I sticking around? So I did a very foolish thing. And let me repeat that. I did a very foolish thing. I do not approve of this. And that's why I'm building CentrePort. I want a place where people can come, where people can belong. People don't have to be whatever. And I can't do every single job in CentrePort. I need people's help. I'm asking for help. Worldwide, I'm asking for help. You want to do something about suicide. You want to do something about people being committed of being accused of crimes they never committed. Please join CentrePort. Someone join CentrePort. I appreciate the people that have, and I'm going to be talking to you directly. Some of you that have really helped. You are the only reason I'm here today, and I thank you for my very, very few friends that I have, because if it weren't for you, I would never make it. And if it weren't for people donating blood, I wouldn't give it. That's why it's so unique that I've teamed up with someone that's actually in the field of hematology, whatever, blood banking and stuff, because I believe if it weren't for that industry, I wouldn't be here today. At the same time, so basically what I did was I did a foolish thing. I checked myself in a hotel. I was not depressed. I drew the conclusion that what do people do if you don't feel like you're wanted? I checked myself in a hotel, and I just said, okay. I said, that's it. So I started eating rat poison. Box after box after box after box. 16 boxes. 16 boxes of rat poison. Now, let me explain something. If someone wants to copycat that, let me tell you something. It is very painful, and you probably will live through it, because it's so slow and painful you bleed to death, and someone will find you most likely. They like what happened to me, and they did blood transfusions and everything. But I'll tell you what happened after that. I was treated with so much disdain and abuse by everybody almost around me. I could not believe it. And people want to debate over me all day long. I can tell you, I was told to even come home after the point and where I'm loved. And you would not believe. I don't know when to share these stories. But this is why Confessionals was created. Confessionals is about my time of being able to share personal experiences when the people that I go to every day, they won't let me talk to them. They say, don't talk to me about that. I don't want to hear you were abused. I don't want to hear that you were treated this way. I don't want to hear it. Just like that girl down in Texas. The police and everyone else, no one wanted to hear. So what did she do? She committed suicide. We need to start doing something about this. Look, instead of crying over this girl, I'm not going to cry over it. I'm going to do something about it. This is the only thing I know to do. This is why I'm passionate about CentrePort. I'm not going to make a perfect video today, but I'm telling you, I'm coming clean why I built CentrePort. And Confessionals, this is one step in a very long journey, and I hope my rights are protected. I'm asking for lawyers to come forward to help me, because what I'm about ready to share will be earth-shattering for some people's lives, because I'm going to expose things one after another, and people want to say, I'm so tired of people saying, I'm so weary of people saying, well, why didn't they come forward? Oh my gosh, why didn't they come forward? Why didn't the girls come forward and accuse her, these people of these crimes before? I can tell you why they don't come forward. Because no one will listen. And when I did that, I was laying in the hospital bed, and they said, well, why didn't you reach out for help? Why didn't you reach out for help? I got on my hands and knees, like this, to people, begging, How much more help can you turn to? People are asking for help all around. And I'm asking for help to build CentrePort. I don't need anybody's help now, thank goodness. I mean, thank goodness I'm taken care of. But it took me, it took, and I'll share you the story, it took hundreds of people giving up on me. Hundreds of people giving up on me before I started getting traction again. And sometimes, and to my intimate friends, I might say to them, I might confess, you know what? It is hard. I'm really having a hard time. Doesn't mean I'm going to, end it all. It just means, and I want to be in a space, I want to create an environment where people can honestly say, I'm having a hard time. I want to let people have a space where they are able to say, I'm having a hard time. And people, people should never just abandon people. I do not believe in abandoning people. When you abandon others, you abandon yourself. Don't you understand that we're one people? That we're all one people. If you don't understand that, and you're in a position of authority, you don't have the right to be in your position. Of course, I'm just talking to myself. These are just me talking to myself, talking to the walls. Because quite frankly, that's what it's like. No one hears you. You could be standing around, just like the girl that committed suicide. She's tweeting, but no one's listening. I'm on a video, but no one's listening. Is anyone out there?